Yo guys, Kurt here. So this video is a long time coming. So this is the big episode of us going through the Pit of 100 Trials and getting all of the recipes done that we can. I think we can do all of them right now. I actually already have this file completed. So, bit of a spoiler here. I just gotta make sure. Yep, we got all the recipes. So, I had recorded this back when I was still recording every day and all that jazz. But the way I recorded it, it was way too choppy. I didn't do it right, so I'm redoing it, and we're gonna just jump straight. Now, I do gotta make sure. I don't remember if I did all the troubles. I don't remember if I did all those in this episode or not, but I'll look at that when I'm doing post editing. If I did do them, I should have the recording of it, so I'll get those included here as well. But everything's done. I redid everything rather, so not everything. We're not gonna have any video footage of me doing the recipes, unfortunately, but that's just because there's no way I could do that without it coming out super choppy. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take footage. I just ran through the Pit of 100 Trials. It took me about an hour, so gonna use that footage. We're gonna just do everything as a post-recording voiceover, and yeah, I'll go over everything, all the new titles, all the recipes, everything throughout this episode. This episode's probably gonna be a little shorter just from me doing that. It's mainly gonna be this voiceover, but yeah. Mario is extremely powerful, even though he doesn't look like it. We are up to level... Where's the level on here? 31. And so that, me going through the pit a second time, I cut another 4 levels. So I don't remember what we were at before we did the pit the first time. But I'm certain we've gone up around at least 8 levels, if not more, just from doing the Pit of 100 Trials twice. One thing else... Well, I'll get into that after the thing, if I remember. I was going to say something about how we're going to do level ups from here on, because we probably don't need any more BP for the rest of the game. We've got 78, so, yeah. But yeah, I think, with that be... Oh, and we've also maxed out on money, so, you know, if there's stuff like at Chet Repos or anything that we need to buy, Mega Rush... I'll see how I feel about that here in a second. If there's anything else that we need to cover, I'll cover it after the fact. But yeah, let's jump into that time lapse. Alright, now, we're going to start out with all the recipes, and then we'll move on to battles per 10 floors of the pit. In the time that this recording was supposed to happen, and now that it's actually happened, there is one additional recipe if you were to play the remake on Switch. I may save that. I may go do a video that covers some of the differences between the original and the remake, so we'll cover those probably towards the end of the series, maybe as a bonus episode, I'm not really sure. But let's get these recipes started. So the very first one in the book is the fried... Oh, I will be doing these in the order of the recipe log. So, yes. That way, you know, they're all in order. The first one on the block, the fried shroom. It is a mushroom and a fire flower, or you could use a dried shroom. Either way works. It recovers 6 HP and 2 FP. Pretty good for early game stuff. Actually, no, you can make this with just a mushroom. I forgot about that as well. So yeah, just a mushroom, recovers 6 HP, 2 FP. Good for early game, but not much else. Once you get to Chapter 2, it's already kind of worthless at that point. You'll probably be a little too overpowered for something that only heals 2 FP. Next is the Shroom Roast. This one you cook with a life shroom, or a slow shroom, and it recovers 15 HP and 5 FP. A little bit better than our fried shroom from a second ago. Third on the list, the Shroom Steak. Replenishes 30 HP, 10 FP, and you can make that by cooking an Ultra Mushroom. Not good. I would not trade up a Ultra Mushroom for a Shroom Steak personally, but I mean, if you're in the range of only having 38 HP and you need something that's going to heal both HP and FP, I guess, but there's better options than that, in my opinion. Then we go to the Honey Shroom, made with a mushroom and a honey syrup. Heals 5 HP and 5 FP. Again, decent early game item. Easy items to get, but after early game, not really worth it. The Maple Shroom is 5 HP, 10 FP, mushroom, and a maple syrup. Again, low numbers. You can use that to sell. Technically, you'll get, I forget how much back. I think around 25 coins or so at most shops for that. Most of these combination ones that are a mushroom and a syrup, that's usually what you would use those for, is to just make some money. But outside of that, outside of the really good stuff, no reason to make them. The Jelly Shroom, 5 HP, 50 FP, mushroom, and a jam and jelly. Again, no real upside to that unless you just need a tiny... Like right now, I'm in the Danger Mario build. Technically, this Jelly Shroom would be really good for that kind of build. But outside of that, no real need for it. It is really good for selling. You'll get, I believe it's 75 coins off of a Jelly Shroom. So, there you go. The Honey Super. 10 HP, 5 FP, a Super Shroom, and a Honey Syrup. I don't think I'm going to give too many more details when it comes to these mushroom syrup combinations. Not a big deal. Maple Syrup, 10, Super Shroom, and a Maple Syrup. The Jelly Super is 10 HP and 50 FP. That is with a Super Shroom and a Gem and Jelly. The Honey Ultra. 50 HP and 5 FP, made by mixing an Ultra Shroom with a Honey Syrup. Then we got the... Oh, my thing's being weird. The Maple Ultra, 50 HP and 10 FP, made with an Ultra Shroom and a Maple Syrup. Then, the one that's actually one of the best items in the game for healing, the Jelly Ultra. Replenishes 50 HP and 50 FP. This is made with an Ultra Shroom and a Gem and Jelly. I'm pretty sure I probably used those going through the pit, but I'm not actually, I don't know for certain if I did or not in the original run. It's been a long time. Best healing item in the game. That one I would recommend. If you end up with too many of them, they sell for a good chunk of 150 coins. So, if you end up with extras, that's a good way to make some money. Next on our list is one of the Zest items. The Zest Dinner replenishes 10 HP and 10 FP. Made by cooking a mushroom with a horsetail. Again, 10, very basic item, so don't need to worry about that. Next is the Zest Special. Replenishes 20 HP and 20 FP. Made by mixing an Ultra Shroom with a Slow Shroom. That one's actually kind of decent, but again, you're giving up a Ultra Shroom for it, so... Outside of getting it for the recipe list, I wouldn't bother with it. After that is the Zest Deluxe, replenishes 40 and 40. Made by mixing a Golden Leaf with a Whack-A-Bone. This one's actually pretty good. The only problem is that Golden Leaf is a little rare. You have to go all the way out to the creepy steeple for it. But, you know, 40/40 is not a bad trade. So, definitely that one to look into. Some spaghetti. 6 HP and 4 FP. Made by cooking a fresh pasta, which costs 50 coins. So, I would avoid that one. Then we got the Coup Pasta. Replenishes 7 HP and 7 FP. The fresh pasta with a turtley leaf. Again, fresh pasta, 50 coins. That's not good enough healing for how much you have to put into it. After that is the Spicy Pasta, replenishes 10 HP and 10 FP, made by mixing a fresh pasta with a hot sauce. Now you're looking at 60 coins. What? I didn't realize how bad the pastas were. Good grief. next is the ink pasta. 10 HP and 30 FP. Made by mixing and cooking is how the game puts it. That's odd. Fresh pasta and inky sauce. I remember there's hot sauce and inky sauce. I don't remember what the other part is. But again, you're looking at 60 coins for a 1030. That's not good. Alright, spicy soup is next on the list. Replenishes 4 HP and 4 FP. And that is just a fire flower. So, again, maybe for early game. After that, why bother? The fried egg replenishes 10 HP. You cook a mystic egg for that. So, the egg's not fun to get. So, I don't know if I would recommend that one either. After that, we got the omelet meal. Replenishes 5 HP and 5 FP. And you get that by cooking a mystic egg with a horsetail. Again, I don't think you'd want to bother getting the egg to make that outside of doing the recipe. So, yeah. Next is the Koopa Bun, replenishes 15 FP. That is a turtle leaf with a kill mango, both are free items. You do have to go out of your way for them, but not bad outside of that. So, that's a decent one. The Healthy Salad, 15 FP and cures poison, is a turtle leaf with a horsetail. Both of those are found fairly close together, so not too bad. A decent amount of FP rather, and cures poisoning, so pretty good one right there. A Meteor Meal, refills 7 HP and gradually recovers more, is a shooting star mixed with a shroom fry. The fact that you've got to already cook an item to make that, and it is basically a slightly better gradual shroom, I don't know if I would recommend that item, but I don't know. I also just don't use gradual shrooms. I'd rather have something that heals right away, so that's a way I play, though. If that's your playstyle to have something that's gradual, go for it. It's actually pretty good. Again, heals a lot more than what you get out of a gradual shroom. Next, we have the Couple's Cake. It slowly refills HP, and you cannot eat it alone, so it's for both Mario and his party member. Made with a snow bunny and a spicy soup. So again, this is one that requires you cooking already in order to make this one. I wouldn't bother, but, you know, you don't know what kind of benefits you get from it. Next is the Mousse Cake. Replenishes 15 FP, made from a cake mix. Only downside of the cake mix is you have to go through the Pants Parlor, but it's fairly cheap otherwise, so not a bad item. Next is the Shroom Cake, replenishes 10 HP and 10 FP. This is a mushroom with a cake mix. Same thing as a mousse cake, you just add a mushroom. Not too bad. After that, we've got the Choco Cake, replenishes 5 HP and 15 FP. And you get that with a cake mix and a inky sauce. Inky sauce is on here. I don't remember how to make the inky sauce, but again, this is a recipe that, and this is something I just don't like, is having to cook something and then cook it again. It's not a big deal, but most people, when they're filling out these recipes, they fill them out all at once, which is what I did. And when you have these multi-step recipes, it does get a little tedious after a while, so, but 5 HP, 15 FP, I would say it's a good early game item, but I don't think you can make this one early game, so, yeah. I already know you can't make it before Chapter 4, because that's where we got the cookbook, so yeah. After that is the Heartful Cake, replenishes 20 FP, but also softens you, made by mixing a cake mix and a ruin powder. 20 FP is good. Drops your, let's see, soften drops your defense, so makes you take a little bit more damage, but depending on how you're playing the game, not a big deal. Fruit Parfait is after that. We got 10 HP, 2 FP, made by mixing a Kill Mango with a Peachy Peach. So this is something you can make after Chapter 5. Not too bad. 10 and 2 is not very good, though, so by that point of the game, you're probably not really going to want to use a Fruit Parfait. After that is Mango Delight, replenishes 10 HP and 3 FP. Game I big. Wow, I can't speak right now, apparently. It's a Kill Mango and a Cake Mix. 10 and 3, not great. Again, a lot of these items aren't healing crazy amounts like your Jelly Ultras, but for the most part, they're fine. After this is the Love Pudding. Makes you invisible, electrified, or sleepy. So this one is specifically a status one. And it's made with a Mystic Egg and a Mango Delight. So if you like... And I don't know what the balance is of getting those. I'm assuming each one is a third chance. If it's even... Don't actually know. But, yeah. I just don't... I usually don't mess with status effects in this game anymore. I usually just go with whatever your stats are, so... if you like playing with status effects, it'd be a fun item. After that, we have the Zest Cookie, replenishes 15 HP and 15 FP, a Cake Mix, and a Gradual Syrup. Gradual Syrups are a little annoying to get. They're in the underground shop. I can't remember how much they were. They were expensive, though, because that shop is expensive, so... That's the only reason I probably wouldn't use a Zest Cookie, but 15 and 15, that's actually a decent healing item for a good chunk of the game. After that is the Shroom Prep? I never know how to pronounce this one. Shroom Creep, I think is how it's pronounced. 30 HP, 20 FP, and Ultra Shroom with a Cake Mix. Again, you're taking a huge benefit of an Ultra Shroom and just kind of downgrading it to put some towards FP. Not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but with the Jelly Ultra being an item in this, I would just stay away from something that's going to degrade your Ultra Shroom like that. Next on our list is the Peach Tart. Makes you electrified, dodgy, or sleepy. It's a Cake Mix with a Peachy Peach. So it's a lot like the mango, or Love Pudding rather. I would, again, not my way of playing. If you want electrified, even there's Zap Tap, so that already makes this one not as good. But, you know, if it's your way of playing, go for it. Next on our list is the Koopa Tea, replenishes 7 FP, made with a Turtle Leaf. One of the best early game items. Koopa Leaves are free, or Turtle Leaves rather. So yeah, really good early game item. 7 FP in a single item until you get maple syrups. You're not really going to get something better for the first 2 or 3 chapters, so I definitely like Koopa Teas. Zest Tea is after that, replenishes 20 FP, and that is with a Golden Leaf. Also a really good one for where you'll be at in the game when that is available. That mid-game range, 20 FP, pretty good for healing. After this, we have the Shroom Broth. Gradually replenishes HP. It is a slow shroom with a golden leaf. Again, I don't usually care for the gradual healing. I'd rather have something that does it up front. But if that's your playstyle, go for it. Next is the Fresh Juice. 5 FP and cures poison. This is made with a honey syrup. So it's a honey syrup that heals poison. In a game that is not predominantly about giving you status ailments. Next on the list is the Inky Sauce. We finally got there. Replenishes 38 FP. Wait, that seems way better than the things it's made into. Hold up. Okay, it is only slightly worse than the Inky Pasta because the Inky Pasta adds 10 HP. Oh, that's really annoying. The Inky Sauce is made with a hot sauce and a turtle leaf. What in the world? Okay. Next is the Icicle Pop. Replenishes 10 HP, and that is a honey syrup with an ice storm. Not bad, I guess, but only 10 HP and you're using one of the better attacking items in the game? I don't really care for that, but... Either way, next on the list is the Zest Frap. replenishes 20 HP, and that is a maple syrup with an ice storm. So, same thing as the last one. Okay. Next on the list is the Snow Bunny. Refills 15 HP rather. Wow, I am mixing up my HP and FPs when I'm trying to list this off. Good grief. 15 HP, but it freezes you. It is made with a golden leaf and an ice storm. So again, you're taking one of the better fighting items in the game and turning it to healing with a downside. I don't really care for those recipes, but again, that's... Yeah. I don't really have an upside for that, I guess, because there's not like builds in this game that work with you taking damage or statuses, so, you know. Next on the list is the Cocoa Candy. Replenishes 3 HP and 15 FP, and it is a coconut with a cake mix. So this one, you gotta wait till Chapter 5 to get, and it's really low, so I would probably stick away from that one as well. Next is the Honey Candy, 20 FP, and that is a honey syrup with a cake mix. No real downsides to that one. 20 FP is a good mid-game healer, so, and the items are cheap enough, so I'd go for it. The Jelly Candy replenishes 64 FP. It uses a jammin' jelly and a cake mix. It is a lot of FP, but if I'm gonna be using my jammin' jelly, again, anytime it's an Ultra Mushroom or jammin' jelly recipe, I would rather have it used for a Jelly Ultra. That's just how I am. This heals more FP than what you get out of a Jelly Ultra. Don't get me wrong. But it's not often that, unless you're doing like a challenge where you're just doing FP, you're not really gonna have that much FP going on, so... That's just how I see it, but, you know... Say you are doing a build that has a lot of FP in it and not much in HP or BP, that is a decent item. Next on the list is the Electro Pop. Replenishes 15 FP. That is a cake mix with a Volt Shroom. After that, the Fire Pop. Replenishes 20 FP, and that is a cake mix with a Fire Flower. Then we got the Space Food, replenishes 5 HP, and it is a dried bouquet with various foods. I believe you could possibly also just do the dried bouquet on its own. I don't actually remember. But yeah, Space Food, very basic item. You're never gonna need something that heals 5 HP by the time you get to where you can combine items, so yeah. Next on the list is the Poison Shroom. Eat it and it'll poison you. Made by mixing a slow shroom with an inky sauce. After that is the Trial Stew. Yields incredible results. It doesn't actually tell you. This is a couple's cake with a poison shroom. If I remember correctly, the Trial Stew, it either brings all your stats down to 1, your HP and your FP, or it fully heals them. I don't actually remember though. Next on the list is the Courage Meal. Throw it to attack an enemy, made by mixing a Courage Shell with a Zest Dinner. After that is the Coconut Bomb. Same thing, throw in an enemy, coconut, and a Fire Flower. After that same thing, it's another throwable enemy, the Egg Bomb. It is a Mystic Egg with a Fire Flower. And then we got the Zest Dynamite. Oh, that was good. So I'm reading these off of the recipes list on the game, and it had some weird punctuation, but it's fine. Toss to attack all foes. So the two prior to this, the coconut and egg bombs, are a single enemy. The Zest Dynamite attacks all foes, and it's made by mixing, of course, the egg bomb and coconut bomb. And last on our list, the Mistake. Made by making anything that's not listed in this recipe book. Now that we got all those out of the way, it's time to move on to the enemies of the Pit of the 100 Trials. I'm gonna just try to cover the new ones that we have based on every 10 floors. So there's not many new ones up until the very end. But I also don't remember what enemies we meet only in the pit. So there may be some that I accidentally covered twice. If that's the case, I apologize, but yeah. So, in the first 9 floors of the pit, there's only one new enemy. It is the Gloomba. HP is 7, attack is 3, and 0 defense. Nothing special, it is just a slightly beefed up Goomba. For floors 11 through 19, we have the Paragloomba. 7 HP, attack 3, and defense 0 as well. Same thing as the Goomba, it is just a beefed up Paragoomba. So, yeah. Floors 21 to 29, we have the Spiky Gloomba. 7 HP, 4 attack, and 0 defense. Same thing as the prior two. Just a beefed up Spiky Goomba. Let's see. Floors 31 through 39. Nothing new. I don't. Okay, no, it looks like, Alright, for floor 31 through 39, we have the Dark Koopa. HP is 8, attack is 4, and defense is 2. I don't believe they have anything too special. So yeah, just fight them like any other Koopa. After that, floors 41 through 49, the Dark Paratroopa. Same thing as the Dark Koopa. It's basically just a beefed up Koopa and Paratroopa combo. Floors 51 through 59, we have the Ice Puff. HP 9, attack 4, and defense 0. The Badge Bandit. Oh, Ice Puffs, they're the same as other Puff variants we've seen. They breathe in real hard and will shoot you with Frost Breath, which can freeze you. When they charge up, don't attack them directly or you can get froze. After that, we have the Badge Bandit. HP is 12, attack is 5, and defense is 0. If these guys land a hit, they can steal your badges. Don't let them hit you. At all costs. Same thing as the normal bandit. Once they grab an item, they will sit and wait for a little while. For a turn, rather. Next turn, they will run off with your badge. If you have Miss Mouse in your party, she can grab your badge back using her thief move. So, go for that. Then we have the Moon Clef. HP is 6, attack is 5, and defense is 5. Just another really strong cleft. Hammer attack, explosives, all the normal stuff for a cleft. Floors 61 through 69, we have a Dark Lakitu. HP is 13, attack is 5, and defense is 0. This is a beefed up variant of the Lakitu that we saw back in the Blitz Pit. Following him up is the Sky Blue Spiny. HP is 6, attack is 6, and defense is 4. These guys are no joke. That 4 defense mixed with 6 HP and 6 attack. If you don't get rid of them quick, they'll get rid of you quick. After that, we have the Dark Wizard. HP is 10, attack is 5, and defense is 2. These guys are tough. They are real tough. So, they have a few different attacks. They have a laser that they shoot at you. They can duplicate themselves when they are the only ones left in the field. And they have a melee move, which I think is actually just supposed to be like them tickling you, which is a little weird. But they are a very strong opponent, so keep your guard up anytime you see a Dark Wizard. When they duplicate, it is a pain in the butt. There are 5 different ones that they duplicate into, and there's no tell for which one is the real one until you get rid of all the clones. After that is the Frost Piranha. HP is 10, attack is 5, defense is 0. They are very much like the, are they called Putrid Piranhas from Chapter 2? I don't actually remember. I don't. They apparently aren't in the pit, so I cannot remember the names. But yeah, very similar, except for their, they have, do they have a breath attack? Oh, the Putrid Piranhas from Chapter 5, rather. And they are very similar to those ones where they will bite you and they have a breath attack that will freeze you. Floors 71 through 79, we now have the Wizard. HP is 10, attack is 6, and defense is 3. This is an upgraded version of that Dark Wizard from 10 floors ago, and they are tough. All the attacks being boosted and that duplication, it's all the same thing. Just watch out for that 6 attack power. It is rough. After that, we have a Phantom Ember. HP is 10, attack is 5, and defense is 0. Pretty basic for enemies this far down into the pit. They do have 5 attack power, which is pretty difficult, but outside of that, nothing different from the Embers we fought in the past. After that is the Swoopula. HP is 9, attack is 4, and defense is 0. We fought a variant of these guys before. But these guys, their only major attack is they swoop down, latch onto you, and suck up 4 HP. Very similar to how Fuzzy attacks, so if you can get that timing down, not a big sweat. And compared to a lot of enemies towards the end of the pit here, they aren't super difficult. After that, we have a Chain Chomp. We've seen the Red Chomp in the past. This is the tried and true Chain Chomp throughout the rest of the series of Mario. HP is 7, attack is 6, and defense is 5. These guys are bulky. That 5 defense is hard to get through. You're going to want either piercing moves or to really, really up your attack power. On top of being bulky, that 6 attack is pretty significant. So, you got to be careful if you're letting these guys come up to you. Floors 81 through 89, we have the Dark Bristle. 8 HP, 8 attack, and 4 defense. These are the same as the bristles we've seen in the past, where you cannot jump on them normally or hammer them. So, items are going to be really good, or if you're like me and you go through Danger Mario, having Spike Shield on your jump is going to really help you out. After that is the Arantula. HP is 16, attack is 7, and defense is 0. These are really difficult compared to their Piter counterparts. All the same moves as the Piter, but with 7 attack instead of 1 or 2. After that is the tried and true Piranha Plant. HP is 15, attack is 9, and defense is 0. These guys don't have a breath attack like some of the Piranha Plant variants we've seen, but they have some pretty strong jaws, dealing out that 9 damage. So just be careful. Of course, they are considered spiky, so don't try to jump on them without Spike Shield. Otherwise, just a normal enemy. Next is the final 10 floors. We have the Elite Wizard. 12 HP, attack is 8, and defense is 5. Same thing as the other wizards, they are annoying to deal with, but honestly, compared to the wizard we saw before, this is just a step up. Nothing too crazy. We have the Poison Puff at 15 HP, 8 attack, and 0 defense. Same thing as the Ice Puff that we saw a few floors back, just a poison variant. So, don't attack them whenever they charge up, and of course their breath will poison you. Next, we have the Bob Ulk. This is a upgrade to the what are their name? Bulky Bomb-Oms. They have 10 HP, 4 attack, and 2 defense. As with the Bulky Bomb-Oms, they take several turns to charge up, and their attack goes from 4 to, I believe it's like 20 or 24. I don't actually remember off the top of my head. I can probably look this up real quick. Ba-da-bum. Okay, this does not actually tell me, so I'm not entirely sure. Next on the list, though, is the Swampire. They have 20 HP, 6 attack, and 0 defense. These guys actually do not suck your HP. They will just swoop in and attack you. So be aware of that. Outside of that, just a basic enemy. They can latch to the ceiling, I believe, so look out for that. Otherwise, just a basic enemy. take him out pretty quickly. 20 HP is a decent amount, but no defense. Easy get through. And I want to make a note, I don't know if we've seen this enemy when we were running through Chapter 4, but they have a chance of being in the forest area. I can't think of what it's called right now. But it's the Amazing Daisy. 20 HP, 20 attack, and 1 defense. These guys you want to take out turn 1, no matter what. They have 2 things. They will either attack or run away. If they run away, you don't get any experience. If they attack, that whopping 20 attack power will put you to sleep. And so on top of taking the hit, you also have to deal with not being able to move for however many turns that they put you to sleep for. But if you defeat them, you get a lot of star points out of them. I believe the highest amount they drop on their own is 50 star points. And in the footage, you'll see it was like the third to last floor, I think it was. We got 2 in 1 battle, and with Danger Mario, I took everything out in turn 1, and I got a full level up, a full 100. Oh, hey, I just looked up at my screen. I have 99 experience. Nice. But yeah, I got a full level up just off those 2 daisies. It was insane. And I'm gonna take it back to the recording of the past, where I actually did fight what is on floor 100. So yeah, let's jump to that. Ooh. Wow, what a freak! Sure, I'll take that. Why not? Alright, let's get our tattle on Bonetail! That's Bonetail! He's the oldest brother of Hooktail! So old he's just bones, in fact. Wow, yeah, that's old. His body's max HP is 200, his attack is 8, and his defense is 2. Max HP is... That's a weird way for that to be worded. Body? He has various breaths that might confuse us or put us to sleep. When his HP gets low, he'll recover, or reanimate, as the case may be. He's probably stronger than the last boss. Seriously, let's do this right. Ooh. We got capped at 5 bounces, but we can rally wink. Which gives us our extra attack, of course. We really didn't need that. And one last attack to finish the job. And with that, Bonetail is finished, and he drops 1 experience. Yeah. So I didn't show off any of Bonetail. He's pretty much a carbon copy of Hooktail, but with, you know, stronger attack power, and he his, instead of fire breath like Hooktail had, he's got a confuse and a sleep breath. I believe he also might have an ice breath, but I'm not actually sure on that one. And he drops the return postage. Make direct attackers do half the damage that they do to you. Okay, hold on, let me read. Enemies that attack Mario directly take half of their damage back. So say it's something hits you for 6, they will take 3 damage if it's a direct attack. But with that, we beat the Pit of 100 Trials, and we leveled up a bunch off of that. I think we started like 18 or 19, so just in today alone, we went up 10 levels. And that wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. Or it didn't take as long as I thought it would. all in all, so I've been streaming this today, like I said. We haven't even hit the 6-hour mark yet. And I've gone through the first 50 floors 4 times in total. So that's incredible. So we managed to get every recipe, go through the casino for about 45 minutes, I think is what we started the stream with, and did the Pit of 100 Trials completely in under 6 hours. So that is amazing. And we walked away with a full pouch of items. We went in with absolutely nothing. We earned quite a few extra badges. Because I picked up at least one pretty lucky while we were in there. We picked up a second Quake Hammer badge while we were in there. And then, of course, the badges we got from the pit itself on the 10 floors. That is incredible. And, yeah. Alright, now that all of that talking is over with, thank you guys so much for watching. Next time on Paper Mario The Thousand-Year Door, we're gonna work towards going towards Chapter 7. Real quick, I'm gonna do this because I mentioned it at the beginning, and I might as well get it out of the way. Yeah, I'll buy it. Thank you. In fact, there's nothing in the badge shop at the moment, so why don't we go ahead and see if this guy has any other badges for us. Might as well get what we can just out of the way for now. Also, I want to make a note as we go into future episodes. Audio might get a little desynced between my voice and the game. My capture card decided that it needs a new cord, and I need to replace that soon. So I actually went back to the capture card that I bought way back when I was still in high school. So well over 10 years ago. Ooh, wow. Has it already been that long? It's even older than that, though, because I think I got it, like, my sophomore year or something like that. I didn't. But, yeah, so if audio's ever desynced by a little bit, I apologize. It's kind of a pain in the butt to try to set a sync up between my voice and the game. So I'm going to try my best to get all that in video editing. But, yeah, it's going to be difficult. So, yeah, we'll see what I can do. But yeah, let's see if you got anything else. Did I not have the Jumpman badge? I could also go ahead and buy him out. I just want to make sure we still have money after the... Oh, I think my pockets are full, though. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy a shop out. So, that guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but he's got a set amount of items. And you can actually completely buy his shop out, which, you know, is probably going to be what we want to do, just so that we don't have to worry about it. Now, coins shouldn't be an issue. If I'm ever low on coins, I can just hop back into the Pit of 100 Trials and get more money that way. Let's see. Get rid of this mushroom. Get rid of this Mini Mr. Mini. I don't think I'll ever use that. And I'll get rid of this POW block. How much did I just get rid of? 7 items. Okay. That should hopefully be it. I don't know how many items I've bought from this guy throughout the LP, so we'll see. Oh, I just sold one of these, and I didn't make nearly that much. The other issue this guy has, his items are a little overpriced. The Ultra Mushroom and Gem and Jelly, not super overpriced. If you want to buy these, they're actually like 200 in the shop in the underground. So, yeah. But again, I want to clear them out. I have some extra money, so we'll go ahead and use that money. But yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about for this. We got through all the stuff we were meant to get through today, so at this point, it's just going to be clearing out the shop. Go. Oh yeah, see, he only has items here. I gotta make sure I keep at least, like, 300 or so coins, so if he refills with, you know, not good stuff after this one, I'll probably not buy all the items, but Yep. Change out your stock, I know. Okay, so this must be the last item he's got in stock at all, and I think... I'm only doing items. We're gonna leave that, because that should be the last item in his inventory. If we ever buy it, then cool. But if not, we don't gotta worry about it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Next time on Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, we'll see about getting to Chapter 7. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, everybody.